Mack with me, and he's all the way from Scotland in Great Britain. How are you, Frankie?
Very good. Very good. Thank you for having me.
He's even got the accent. How about that?
A Scottish person with a Scottish accent. Can you imagine?
Well, normally they don't have an accent.
Yes, they do.
Well, I know they do, but I mean, normally in showbiz or anything, they don't really. It's not that prominent.
Oh, okay.
They usually. I'm not saying they hide it because they want to, but normally they've travelled and done different things. So, what brings you to Vegas all the way from Scotland?
So over here, we'll actually live in Tenerife, which is a Spanish island.
Okay.
But I'm from Scotland. Came over to Vegas on the basis I was doing a show at the Tropicana.
Yes.
So got hired to do a little sort of private event there. It was absolutely fantastic.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah. So I've always wanted to perform here in Vegas.
Yes.
Started singing 4 years ago, and I do like swing music, Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, bit of Elvis, that kind of thing.
You're in the right place to do all those characters.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
But not only do I love singing, it's the entertainment that I love. It's entertaining people.
You like to entertain people.
Yeah.
Well, I saw you down at, what was it, the Italian American
That's
Club?
right.
Down on Sierra, actually in Las Vegas. And they invited you to come up and sing and everything. And how was that experience? Because that was that one of your first times in one of these clubs in Vegas?
So it was quite new to me. So I seen a show the week previous. It was a Motown show. There was a Tina Turner. There was a guy doing Ray Charles. I think his name was Peterkin.
Yes,
I think.
Peter. Yes.
They were fantastic. Then what I didn't realise, they had a lounge as well. So went through to a lounge after, and a few people got up to do a few songs.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
So
that's the lounge.
Yeah,
at the Italian American Club.
I'd never seen anything like that.
No. This is like an old lounge. This is like an old club that used to be in New York and all over the place, Miami, everywhere. They used to have these old-looking clubs, and this is what this club looks like. And it's got the bar and the beautiful Italian food, and the owners are great. And it's a place for people like you that are in town, not for a short time, or to just go up there and sort of spread their wings a little bit.
Definitely. So the guy that was on the piano, Nicholas Cole.
Isn't he amazing?
Just such
this guy, Nicholas Cole, you are amazing.
Just a gentleman as well, There's a lot of places you go to, and people get their back up when they see other entertainers or other singers. He was the exact opposite. He was just like, come up, do a few songs, and then when we done a few songs together, he says, my boss would like you. So.
Really? So you sung up there before?
Yeah, and
then at that time, and then you were called back to sing back again. That was Ben, actually.
Yeah, Ben.
Yeah, Ben.
Yeah,
and he came off and he said, "Come back and sing."
Yeah. So
are you booked there yet, or is
not yet? I'm only here till Sunday, so I've only got a few days left.
Okay.
For this current trip.
Yes.
But the reason why I came over for the 5 weeks was to, I'd been on the Dennis Bono show. Tomorrow I'm on the Marco Tull show. It's just kind of getting out there.
Yeah, they have a show tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Where is that?
That's where I'm on it. It's at Sun Anthem.
In where?
I think it's Sun Anthem. I'll need to double check.
Summerland. Is it up at Salem? I forget the. I should know that, but I don't know it. But
I should know it as well.
Yeah, but Michael Tull happens to be the most incredible singer.
He's fantastic.
He is absolutely amazing. I know maybe we should be promoting you, Frankie, but we're also going to promote Michael Tull because he's really good.
No, he's got his own. He's got his own show.
Yes,
and he does it every 2 weeks, and I think he's had like 36 sold out shows back to back.
Yeah, he's always but he's so good.
Yeah, no, I know.
He's so good.
I was actually around at his, and he was showing me, what the stuff that he does with the cruises, how he does the Barry Manilow tribute.
Yes.
And that means a lot to me as well, because I'm doing some work with Joey Melotti, who's
Joe,
Barry's keyboard player.
Yeah, he's the keyboard player, but actually he's the director of the music. He's the director. Yeah. He's Joe is the director of the music.
So I actually first met him last year. And
he's fabulous.
He's fantastic.
I've known him for a long time.
He's just such a nice guy.
So what have you learned? You've been here, 5 weeks, you said?
About 4 weeks, actually.
4 weeks, actually. So what have you learned because this is your first time being in Vegas?
No, I was here last year for 3 months.
Oh, so you're a little bit familiar with it. So what difference did it make this time? What did you get out of it this time,
I had a plan this time. I had a plan I knew where I wanted to perform. I knew who to speak to. Building relationships over the past year when I met them, like for instance Chris Jason, the Frank Sinatra who does the Tuscany.
I know Chris well. Chris and his wife, they're fabulous.
Really nice guy,
lovely guy.
Yeah, went to see them last night, and they don't have to, but Chris spent 45 minutes with me after the show, speaking, some tips,
helping you.
100%, yeah. Just try to guide me, try to direct me.
You're Scottish. I mean, you're part of the British. They've got to treat you well here. I mean,
well, they don't have to, but I think
they do.
I think they see,
I'm teasing.
For instance, like you get a lot of people who act like certain me. Like I want to learn.
You've got a lot of competition.
Yeah, exactly. But all I want to do is learn. For instance, Chris Zowie Bowie as well.
Yes.
Fantastic guy. Spends so much time with me, messaging me. Regarding just try to show me the ropes a little bit, and that's nice.
Yeah. How do I go from A to B?
Correct.
And how do I do this? How do I get the engagements?
Definitely.
And so, what is the greatest thing you've learned as of coming from Scotland? So you have a little bit of an advantage because you are something different. You're not American, and American people sort of love the British. They love the Scottish. They love. I don't know why, but they do. They love us.
And also, what I do on stage is very different. No one.
Now, what do you mean by that?
What I mean is, I'm a showman.
Okay.
There's a lot of fantastic, there's 1,000 much better singers than me out here. Thousands.
Yes.
But when I'm on a stage,
you feel you're different?
Yeah.
Do you feel you perform something different?
Yeah.
And in what way do you feel what is different to your performance to somebody else's performance that have done it a long time as well?
Of course. I find it easy to engage and be a little bit cheeky. I feel
you're definitely cheeky. He's very cheeky. I mean, he'll be singing this incredible song and then he'll definitely interrupt himself.
Yeah.
He interrupts himself. And you start talking, and then you go back to the singing. Actually, that was something I quite liked because I thought it was a little different.
Yeah. And I try and include everyone, but I think that's what I'm getting at. I love to include the audience.
Yeah, well, I think I said that.
Yeah, for me, it's not about the song, because I started singing 4 years ago, so I'm not musically trained. I'm not, nothing like that. I started literally singing 4 years ago, but I was always brought up with.
So you are a trained singer?
No.
You are a natural singer?
I wouldn't say natural, but I've worked at it.
He can say that himself.
Yeah.
You can critique yourself.
Yeah.
But you've worked at it. Have you
Very
had any?
hard.
Have you had any singing lessons, or have you
a
done
couple? But I really should do more of that.
You think you should? I
100%.
probably would advise it,
Of
not
course.
because of what I'm listening from when you sang the other night, but I always think that will encourage
No, of course,
you, and it gives you the confidence, and then it gives you different sort of tongue movements, because that's what singing is. It's all to do with the mouth.
But it's not only
and
that,
the breathing.
it's not only that. In tennis, Roger Federer, he still gets coached.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods still had a coach. All these
They all get
professionals.
coached all the time.
People still get coached.
Actors. I mean, you've got the most
100%.
famous actors in the world. They still get coached.
Definitely.
So you're not opposed to any of that. You're not sort of.
No, I want to learn from everybody.
You want to learn from everybody.
That's why I'm meeting the best people over here that I possibly can.
So taking all this knowledge back and taking everything back to Scotland, you're going back to reality, as we say.
No, I'm going back to Spain.
Oh, you're going back
Tenerife.
to Spain.
That's where I live.
Oh, that's where you live now.
Yeah.
So do you sing in Spanish?
No.
No.
Because it's UK tourists.
Yes, that's true.
So that's the audience.
That's where all the UK's
Yeah.
go. United Kingdom is what we say UK. So you're going back there. Do you have a lot of engagements there? Do you?
Yeah. So I perform in Tenerife, but also perform in the UK as well. So I've had shows in Scotland, England, all these places. So.
What do they think about you in Scotland when you go there? Because you're Scottish. Are they proud of you?
Yeah, of course.
Yes, of course.
Well, of course they are. Why would they not be proud?
Well, yeah. I mean, but people are jealous. People have all these crazy things.
But it doesn't matter what you do. You could be the president. You're still going to get jealous people.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just knowing that you're doing the right thing for the right reasons.
Yes. So you're doing the right things in your mind for the right reasons.
Yeah. Not because I want to be famous or not because I want to be successful. I want to inspire people.
You want to inspire people.
100%.
Well, hang on a second. Don't you want to be famous?
I mean, I could do. I could.
What message are you giving me here? We have a trailer.
Trailer for
sale or rent. Yes, put it up.
Yeah.
We have a trailer coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Is this your trailer?
Yeah.
All right, let's find out.
I hope so.
Yeah,
no advertising other people on this show.
My producer is communicating with me, thank goodness, and I don't mind. That's Steve Seabold.
Your career is what you're paid for. Your purpose is what you're made for.
Yeah.
That's me.
Well, I'm the type of guy that will never settle down. Where proven are you know I can be found. A hog man, a kiss and call.
cool, kissing the girls.
The same. I hug 'em and leave 'em. Don't even know the name. They call me the Wanderer. Yeah, the Wanderer.
You know something, you're very cool. Look at that, you're swicking out with that microphone.
Take my heart, please. Don't break it loud. Was made for me and you. I said loud. Was made for me and you. Oh, I said loud.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that was happening from my producer. He didn't tell me. Nobody tells me anything here. I just have to roll along. But you know, that's what I do.
So, for instance, just a quick one. So
I
from
never
that video,
I haven't pre-interviewed Frankie, so
Yeah.
we don't really know each other at all. And he said to me, what are we going to talk about? I said, we're going to talk about you.
yeah. So
So that-
so that video,
Yes.
you know, you would probably think I'm one of the most confident people in the world. I'm very introverted. Very
Well, I would
introverted.
never have known that in a million
And
years.
that's the reason why I want to inspire people, because when I tell the story of
Your story.
people are like, wow, like if you're like that, then maybe it's okay for me to be like that.
Well, now I'm going to ask a very personal question. I might not get the right answer, but I think I will. How old are you?
29.
You're 29. I was going to say 28.
29.
29.
Yeah.
So it took you all this time. Did you always want to be a singer and couldn't
Never.
do it?
Never.
So what did you do before 4 years ago?
I used to be a car salesman. I used to
He's
sell
like,
cars.
I can definitely see that. How many cars did you sell to one person? Probably
Well.
two. One for the wife, one for the husband, and then probably a third one to the child. I don't know. You do well at that.
I've done okay.
You've got the gift of the tongue
no.
or the gift of the gab.
And that's another thing.
What?
Sales isn't speaking. Sales is listening. Sales is being able
Do you
to...
know who did that? Do you know there's a very famous president? His name was Ronald Reagan.
Okay.
And Ronald Reagan had an incredible way of listening to people more than talking.
100%. And it's the same as entertaining. Being able to identify what the audience likes without them telling you. That's how
Okay.
you build rapport.
That's how you build rapport, and that's what you're doing.
Same as
And
selling a microphone,
this-
selling the coffee.
This is
you know.
kind of coming, excuse me, kind of coming off the cuff.
Yeah.
What you do,
Yeah.
because you don't know these people.
So, funny you should say that. So when I had the show at the Tropicana,
Yeah.
I got asked 10 minutes before the show, what's your first song? I don't know yet. I'm not on the stage. I don't know what I'm going to do until I'm on the stage. Does it give me anxiety? Yes. Do I get so nervous? Yes, but I feel it.
So when you feel it, that means your band, if you have a band with you, which I presume you would,
Sometimes I do, yeah.
Sometimes
but
you do.
That show specifically there was with tracks.
with all tracks.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so you were able to, so you got on that stage, in the spur of the moment, you checked them all out.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool. I didn't know this is how sometimes it works.
Yeah.
So, you know something, we see performers out there, and sometimes we don't know how they get up there or what they're doing or what they're thinking, and we just assume they're going to get up, hold a microphone, swiggle around a little bit and do that. But there's a little bit more to that than... He's laughing. What they do, they swiggle around and do all this crazy stuff.
That's true.
Which they do.
Yeah.
But you do it, but you get up there and you check it out immediately, and then you decide which song
Yeah.
you're going to play.
Or I might have the first two songs lined up, but then I'll get a feeling for
your
the audience, you know. Yeah, because some audience take a little while to build up.
So you said that you did not want to be well known, and you did.
No, I never said that.
Well,
I'm not.
So you don't mind not being well known.
I
but
don't mind.
Wouldn't you like to be well known?
Of course, because it would make me inspire more people. So yeah, of course, but it doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother you.
No.
So this is your career.
Yeah.
So car salesmanship is out the window.
Yeah.
And in comes the song.
Yes.
And are you able to earn a living doing what you do?
100%. Because I'm my own personal brand. I'm not just singing. Like I've been to places and I've done a motivational speak. You know, I've been to places, told my story. Like for instance,
when you motivational speak out there, you tell your own story.
yeah, and I get booked as Frankie Mack. Not Frankie Mack the singer, not Frankie Mack the entertainer.
Frankie
but
Mack.
Just Frankie. I'm my own brand. I'm my own
Your
business.
own brand.
Yeah.
And you built that up as well.
What
You
do
built
mean?
that up
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, yeah,
Motivational
yeah.
speaking. I've got something here. Tell me about Michael Buble.
What would you like to know about Michael?
I
So-
would like to know what you know, and what you know, and are you copying him, or have you been inspired?
I've been
by him?
inspired. I've been inspired.
Because you can't copy.
No, but
From everybody.
I steal from everybody. From everybody.
I love that.
100%.
Look, majority of singers will never say
I
that.
steal from everybody. I steal from Elvis, from Dean Martin, from Buble.
I'm going to start a new show.
But
Steal
it's
the
true.
songs.
But
Steal the artists.
No, but I bet you've stolen stuff, ideas from your podcast.
No, I have never.
You have.
No, I haven't. Not without that. No, I haven't.
Because you must have seen this somewhere and thought,
No,
that's
I
a good
did not.
idea.
No,
No?
I did not. No, my producer did this.
Uh-huh.
I haven't stolen from anybody.
Okay.
I'm not that person, and I'll tell you why.
Uh-huh.
I love being me.
Yeah.
I love being an original.
Uh-huh.
I don't pre-interview. Because you've got a pre-interview. I said, why?
Yeah.
I don't want a
Exactly,
pre-interview.
that's the same as you.
I
Yeah.
want to know one thing. One thing I need to know first. What do you do? You're a singer.
Yeah.
So we'll go on Frankie being a singer.
Yeah.
I just had a Mafia guy up.
Yeah. It was a great story.
Oh, incredible story.
Yeah.
Maya Lansky.
But
just
anyway,
had up.
back to Michael
And-
Buble.
Back
so
to
yeah.
Michael Buble.
Last year, you know, I was never a massive fan of Michael until I watched his documentary on his son having leukemia. And
I didn't even know that.
yeah,
Michael Buble's son has leukemia?
had.
Had?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think everything's all good now. So I watched the documentary and then I realised, for me, again, it's never been about the singing. It's identifying if the person's genuine, if they inspire people. And
He's genuine.
so I decided that I wanted to meet him. So when I was over in Las Vegas, I typed into Google Michael Buble at Las
Came up.
Vegas, and he was performing at Resorts World. So long story short, we went to go see him. I met him by the swimming pool. Gave him a CD, had a little chat with him, and he got me up to do a, like,
Michael Buble
yeah,
called you up on his stage.
not on the stage, but he came over to me and sang with me. But there's a video somewhere.
There's a video right there.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Look at this.
He says, "You're not stealing my gig, buddy." but at the swimming pool, this.
Stealing your gig.
But the best.
You are funny.
But the best thing.
Should have been a comedian.
Yeah. But the best thing that I noticed about Michael was the way he acted around the swimming pool with other people. He had time for everyone, signed everyone's autograph, took photos with everyone.
Really?
That's why I like him.
Yeah.
Not because he sings, not because I want to steal his
Because
manners.
Because they liked him.
Yeah.
And he wants to thank them for coming to see his show.
Definitely.
And for liking him. But he didn't. You know, it's funny you say that because there's so many snobs around that
100%.
They've got their nose in the... I never understand that because without all these people out there, you don't have a show.
Correct.
You don't have anything.
But that's what
Nothing.
I'm saying. And what I was saying earlier is everybody steals from everybody. If you steal from one person, that's not on.
No.
But if you steal from 100 people and make it your own,
Yeah.
you're the original of all of that combined. You know,
Yes,
it's research.
Well, I'm quite sorry when you said I've stolen from somebody. No,
No,
I haven't stolen from anybody.
No, but you would-
I have a talk show, and everybody
correct.
else has a talk show.
Of course.
I mean, people like to copy my talk show, and I say I don't really care because there's thousands of me's out there. There's loads of talk show
Of course.
hosts.
But what I mean by that is
Yes.
if you've seen someone do a podcast with microphones, you think,
Yeah.
oh, that's quite a good idea because it amplifies your voice. Okay, let's have mics.
Well, that was
Let's
my
have a
pro-
banner.
this- see,
Yeah.
I personally have to say that this is my producer's idea.
Of
So
course.
I'm going to give it to him, but I don't know where he got it from. But I presume
Correct. It would
And
have been
you're-
taught, would have,
could
the
have been anything.
expertise.
It could have been, and you're right.
Yeah.
I've been corrected, but I corrected myself.
No, you never stole. It's research.
Yeah, reset.
That's
There you
what it
go.
is.
It's a reset, resetting your mind.
Yeah.
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 So I didn't steal anything.
Okay.
Anyway, but maybe I did. Anyway, so what would you like to get out there, and what would you like people to know about you, and to sort of get yourself more, though you're doing pretty well, what would you like to say, Al? What would you like to do?
One day I want my own show in Vegas, my own Frankie Mack and lights, like, you know, with a band behind me. That's what I want. That is
Which
what I want.
hotel?
I've got a couple in mind.
Well, tell me.
Well, it was, you won't believe this, but 4 years ago when I started singing, I wrote a check to myself, and it was to the Tropicana. So when this opportunity arose this time,
Yes.
I thought that was quite freaky.
That is freaky.
A little bit, you know.
Yeah, that is a little bit
It came
freaky.
out the blue, it was a coincidence.
Well, they say
but-
if you write things down, you remember them and they happen. So maybe.
And-
Okay.
So that was a little bit crazy. And there was one more hotel that I wrote a few years ago as well, and that was the Mirage. Because I seen Matt Goss there. And Matt Goss performed in this place called Oak One, but I don't think that's there anymore.
I don't know.
But it's a beautiful showroom. It's beautiful.
So
it was intimate. There was
he's putting the word out there. So anybody from
Yes,
from the Mirage, get in touch with Frankie Mack. He's all over town and he's all over everywhere. And you have a website, don't you?
Yeah, FrankieMackOfficial.com.
Frankie Mack Official.
MECK.com.
And that's your own.
That's my own brand.
Your own brand, your own.
Same as Facebook, same as
it's
Instagram.
all over. It's your own thing and everything else. So up until now, 29 years old, Frankie Mack, have you achieved in your life and got where you are now of your plan in your life?
I've never had a plan.
Well, he's never had anything.
It
just
had a plan.
happens.
It literally just happens. I've never had a plan.
So you don't have a plan. Okay. So now when you went into singing, though, and now where you are now.
So when I went into singing, I told people one day I was going to have my own show in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
And I got laughed at. I got called arrogant. I got called cocky. I got,
I can understand that. I can understand because people sometimes are like that.
Yeah, of course. But I believed it, and I still believe it, that one day I'll be here with my own show.
Your own show.
Yeah.
And you move around a lot.
Yeah.
Do you think that's what people like? Action? Rather than just standing there? Do you ever just stand and sing a song, a lullaby or something?
A lullaby.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. Depends what song. Depends if I feel like standing there.
But you prefer to be all over the place. I call it all over. That doesn't sound very nice, does it?
No.
It's not all over the place, but I mean performing.
Of course.
Performing.
That's what an entertainer should do.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, you do. So what advice would you give to somebody starting out like you?
Go for it. Don't let anybody tell you can't do it. No one.
No one.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause I was brought up with that, Yeah. I was at school. I used to be
Mum
very
and Dad.
overweight.
How's Mum and Dad? Good?
Mum and Dad are very good.
Yeah.
Very
That's
good.
nice.
Yeah.
Love you, Mum.
Biggest supporters.
They are?
Oh.
Brothers and sisters?
None.
No? Oh, he's a spoiled child. I have two older sister and brother and two young brothers.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're totally spoiled.
Very spoiled, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, given everything.
You can do no wrong.
No, of course not.
That's what you think.
No.
But you can't anyway. You don't think that way.
No, because
You'll learn. If you do something wrong, you'll learn from it.
Yeah, I'm not spoiled at all. I've worked hard for what I've
You've worked hard. You've done your own thing.
100%.
Yeah. I think that most actually people from Britain, they're very much doing their own thing.
Yeah.
They're very good like that. Would you like to appear in London anywhere? Any place in London you like to appear?
Maybe.
Palladium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Royal Albert Hall one day.
I thought it was just classical music at the Royal Albert Hall.
No, I just seen
but
Robbie.
Obviously, it's not.
I just seen Robbie Williams there.
Yeah, I'm teasing.
Yeah.
But so Royal Albert Hall, you got in your okay, all right. You got good vibes going out there.
Yeah.
So your 4 or 5 weeks that you've just spent here, have you achieved everything you needed to achieve and done what you wanted to do?
Yeah.
You have. And have you got any bookings coming back yet?
To Vegas?
To Vegas, yes, coming back to Vegas.
No.
No.
I'm going to say no, but
you don't know. Something might be in the pipes, but
there's a few things in the pipeline.
There's one thing I love about Frankie. He's telling the truth. He doesn't say, "Oh, I got this booking and that booking," but I can't mention names because a lot of people do that.
No, of course, I'm not going to mention anyone's name.
No, but you don't have bookings yet, but you know you will get them, and if you don't get them, you're going to make them.
100%.
100%. I love that. The tenacity you have is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Again, how can they get hold of you, Frankie?
Anywhere, just Frankie Mack, MACK. Type into Google, Facebook, Instagram. Or go on our website, FrankieMackOfficial.com.
Well, it's been amazing. Somebody from my home planet, as we say, Scotland. My grandfather was actually Scottish.
Really?
Now, yes, that's where we get on. And he was Scottish, and then my parents and everybody, we lived in Devon, actually, Torquay, Devon, which I mentioned before. But it's great to have somebody on here, and he's got. I believe we're going to end with a song. I'm not quite sure, but my producer's going to get himself together. So we will end with one of Frankie Mack's songs, Moving Around. Have you sing a cappella to end the song? He says
we can play something.
He'd rather say we
can play something.
Well, at least you got. I don't usually do it that way. I don't
Yeah.
normally ask.
Yeah.
I normally say do it.
Yeah.
But we'll find something to play here. I'm sure we've got something here that he's going to bring up. I see in the purple thing there and everything, whatever. But he'll find something. But thank you for watching Ninon Speaks. As you know, we've changed from Vegas Live with Ninon. Vegas Live with Ninon has not gone away. It's just sitting there. But Ninon Speaks has been around since 2005. We've been doing this show, and of course I do many talk shows, as you all know out there. And also I do very one-on-ones for people, and we're also bringing out something very, very new that I have another one of my producers putting together, and that's going to be coming out, and that'll be called NinonSpeaks. So NinonSpeaks is, becoming very elaborate and very nice, and I love it. And thank you again, Frankie.
I appreciate you having me.
And we're going to close out with one of his songs, and here we go with...
Just